Here Cambridge, around it comes, and we're off. A good early line 2, speed going the way of Brown Eye Boy. Up wide the track there is French Curves, Mockingjay with a play inside of runners. There is Lady Jane, the followed a length or two back. Red Rascal's gone back a place, it's inside just about ready. Wider out making a paw, and dropping to the tail, Mockingjay gets a shuffle, and Rio DJ. Up they come, and this is Skip Brown Eye Boy. This will race right away nice. Second and will be French Curves tight. We go the way here, making you paw. Lady Jane was there, still kicking in behind French Curves. Back there, I should say, was just about ready towards the tail by Rio DJ. And Red Rascal didn't do a hell of a lot. We'll tail you home. Favourite the inside, we'll spot him for you. Off, gets away fairly too, does Rocky Boy. Rockin' Fancy shows up, and out wider there is Up High. Wider still, there we go to Esperito. They've followed a length or two back. Zulu Mercedes, Sacred Canyon. Favourite Rocky Boy in trouble, plenty to do. Back there now to Boston Strike, and last of all is Ferretti. He spots the lot. Up they come inside, Up High, up wider there is Rockin' Fancy starts to stretch. Rockin' Fancy, Rocky Boy. Then we go Up High. That's been followed back there now by Esperito. Further back in transit there would have been Sacred Canyon. Esperita, they're followed further back there still by Esperiti. Didn't do a hell of a lot. Zulu Mercedes and Sacred Canyon. Let's see what happens with the fave. Steps to 4 tonight. Ready. Racing. Gets away right, my 10 cell, but 1 or 2 have gone quicker. It's the Dream shows up and along the rail. There goes Who Rocks, finds the lead. There's my 10 cell starting to run there now. Followed back there by It's a Dream. Kabali off the track a little is our Swift Buddy. Back there now to Sonic Attack, Oh Power Pearl, and last Cool Foot Luke. Up they come, and my 10 cell skipped. Who's going to get the second prize? It will be Who Rocks. So then it's back there now too. It's a Dream, our Swift Buddy. That's been followed to further back there by Sonic Attack, Oh Power Pearl. Kabali knocked up, and that was back towards the tail of the field. Cool Foot Luke with it. Just a few strides off for the winning post. Set, ready. Off. Yep, my mum does get out well along here with Madalino. Twist in behind runners. There is Semi-Automatic, Illicit Twist, a length or 2 back there. We go to Black Dude. It's getting along the inside there. Illicit Twister, followed back there a length or 2 back here. We're going to find there Montana it is. Off the track, Rama Reason, and last of all, Forever Iris. Gee, those spread out. Let's find them in front. It's Yaps My Mum kicking. 5 or 6 we go back there now to Madalino. Twist, Black Dude starts to run further back there. Is Illicit Twist, Montana, followed there by Rama Reason, Semi-Automatic, and last of all, Forever Iris. Up they come, Yaps My Mum, getting home up round the outside. Black Dude starts to stretch and stretch well. Black Dude gets over, Yaps My Mum. Then we go the way here of what do we have there? We had Madalino Twist was there, Illicit Twist was there. Back there too, we would have had Rama Reason, and towards the tail of the field would have been Forever Iris and Semi-Automatic. Round it comes. Favourite the inside, we'll spot him for you. Off, gets away fairly too, does Rocky Boy. Rockin' Fancy shows up, and out wider there is Up High. Wider still, there we go to Esperito. They've followed a length or 2 back. Zulu Mercedes, Sacred Canyon. Favourite Rocky Boy in trouble, plenty to do. Back there now to Boston Strike, and last of all is Ferretti. He spots the lot. Up they come inside, Up High, up wider there is Rockin' Fancy starts to stretch. Rockin' Fancy, Rocky Boy. Then we go Up High. That's been followed back there now by Esperito. Further back in transit there would have been Sacred Canyon. Esperita, they're followed further back there still by Esperiti. Didn't do a hell of a lot. Zulu Mercedes and Sacred Canyon. Round it comes, set, ready. Racing, thrilling right last. Early speed going the way here of Miss Vodka out wide of the track. There now is what that does. And Spinell moving into the race nicely as thrilling right starts to move. Followed back there now by T. Maria. Gap in the field, 2 Deceptive Lad. Our Sambo back there. And last of all, Global Conquest. Still pushing the inside. What that does. Wider out, Miss Vodka favourite. Lengthens now. Thrilling right down the outside if good enough, but pushing hard. What that does, the rail. What that does, will get home. I should say T. Maria will get home. What that does, I'd say there. Then thrilling right. They're followed back there now by Miss Vodka. Further back would have been Global Conquest, Spinell Taylor's, Deceptive Lad, our Sambo. Set and ready. We're off. Haley Holt A-OK gets the lead there with Ginger Luca, and out wide of the track there is Vincent Gallo. Calzini starts to swoop too. Length or two back, Skinny Ankles followed inside there by Peacock Princess. I'm Joe Black and Skylar White. Off the top they come. Inside is Haley Holt. Ginger Luca giving plenty down the outside. Haley Holt, Ginger Luca starts to stretch and gets home. Ginger Luca, Haley Holt. Then we go Vincent Gallo, Calzini. Further back would have been Skinny Ankles, followed home there by Peacock Princess, Skylar White, and I'm Joe Black will be last. 5 the inside racing, slow, TK Yappa. Early speed, Lady Rose goes the lead inside there. Now is Rhoda Vegas, Rara, Rumangarama whipping the outside. We go to Baymax Rail there for Call Me Blue. It's outside. There is Fresco Star. Back there, TK Yappa and Gumbalanya. On the corner, kicking nicely. Little Lady Rose trying hard and behind Rhoda Vegas, Rara. Rose is in. Lady Rose home, Rhoda Vegas, Rara. Then we go the way here now of Umangarama. Baymax Fresco Star was in that pack also. They're followed further back in transit here now by Call Me Blue, Gumbalanya and TK Yappa. You stole the money. And racing, triple parked away, A-OK along here with Fortis Flyer in between runners there as Akamus followed a length or two back there. Now pushing along the inside was Mr. Jules. He's followed out wide of the track there by Cometto, Dylan Sevilla, and last of all Thrilling Carter, late scratching there, Karuba Rage. Off the top they come, triple parked. Akamus might have a last look, a gap in the field. There we go to Mr. Jules and Cometto. Up they come, triple park still there and starts to stretch, will get you home. Triple parked, Akamus. We've got a line up here. We go the way here of Cometto was there, Thrilling Carter was there, Fortis Fire was there, Dylan Sevilla was getting home strong. And towards the tail of the field there was a Thrilling Carter, never got into the race at all. There as they've gone to the post. Round it comes, we're set, we're ready. And we're off. Boss Electro out nice along here now with Opawa Venus inside of runners. We go to Borisa, followed the outside there by Stylish Fancy. Then we get back to Halo Star, dropping towards the tail there. Irish Blue, Sandog again. Off the top they come and Boss Electro starts to drive after the bunny now. In behind there we go, Opawa Venus. First up, first home, Boss Electro. Well, look at the lineup here. We go the way here of Stylish Fancy, Opawa, Venus, Sandog again, and the other one up there was Irish Blue still kicking. Followed back there by Boris. I didn't see the trip out tonight. Was back towards the tail of the field here on crossing. We race. He gets away nicely. Buster Bluth might find the bunny early. He does. Out wide the track. There we go. 2 to Gambo. Inside of runners there is Solarian. They're followed a length or 2 back there now by Optic Shimmer. Mellon with the play also inside of that runner. There we go to Godian. And dropping to the tail of the field. There is Takamore and Who Dat Boy. Plenty to do. They swing for home and Buster Bluth's going to put another one on the board. Will step away nicely. Who's going to run second? It will be to Gambo. Then we get back there now to Takamore. Followed home there now by Optic Shimmer. That's followed back by Godian. Inside of runners there was Mellon. Towards the tail there was Who Dat Boy, and a Solarian dropped out in the run to the wire. Ready, set. We're off. A New Look gets away nicely. Bit of early speed, middle of the pack here. Behavior Girl and out wide of the track. Premier Osti looks for some of that lead back there. Now we go to Behavior Girl. Further back there is My Fantasy. Plenty to do. Dropping towards the tail. Cool Marlow. Last of all there is Jazz Boy Jack. Off the top they come. Talkin' Fancy. Premier Osti gives lip the outside. Looking for the last look at them is New Look. Up they come. Still the inside. There is Talkin' Fancy. Talkin' Fancy. New Look. Then we go the way here. Premier Osti. My Fantasy. What a finish. Out wide of there would have been Cool Marley. Multi-cab lad was there. And dropping towards the tail of the field, Jazz Boy Jack, Behavior Girl.